Hey, what's up, guys? Man, we are nearing NXL Las Vegas very, very quickly, and it's kind of crazy. Hopefully, everybody has been enjoying the uploads for the uh, getting better with paintball. Um, I again have been making them because these are things I've learned throughout the years of my um, I have videos like queued up, ready to go. I'm just kind of like finalizing it. I hate editing, so that's why podcasts are so easy. I can just talk and upload. But when it comes to straight editing, it takes a lot out of me. But the next one I should be uploading, it's gonna be here in my den. It's nothing crazy. It's about reloading. Hopefully, a lot of people can take something from it. It's not like a be all end all. It's just if you find it helpful, take it and take it. If you don't, then just don't mind it, you know. Um, but yeah, there's that. I did want to get into a great paintball gun. I so my team got sponsored by Smart Parts and Lux, and I am very grateful and thankful. Um, the guys at Smart Parts and DLX are just great, awesome dudes. I'm not sure if I can like say who they are, but like if you know, you know. But if I'm not allowed to say anything, I'm not gonna say it. I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything, but the guys are great. They were able to answer my questions and update me with things that I needed updating with. You probably know who you are, and I apologize for all of the questions. Um, and trying to get things situated, but you were very patient, and I appreciate that. Anyways, so for over the years, I've shot Planet Eclipse almost exclusively until recently. I started switching it up into Bob Long. Of course, Field One took over, but I picked up some victories over the years, and I sold to like Punisher's Paintball. They bought a victory off of me like 2015 or so, maybe 2016, maybe. It was the silver and gold V2. Um, Awesome gun, awesome marker. The front reg was just too short. That was really the only thing wrong with it. I didn't like how short the front reg was, but I still continued to shoot them, and I started to stray away from Planet Eclipse because kind of what Paintball Ruined My Life had said. Sorry, I don't remember your name, but what he had said was that Planet Eclipse is getting boring and it's becoming all the same. And I agree. I mean, they're updating guns that just shoot 10 pods. Um, and it's not really exciting for me. It doesn't give me a reason to pick them up. I kind of crapped on the LV2 because I was very passionate about the Eagle line. That's what I grew up on. And to see it kind of get like a fat foregrip, and like a lousy trigger from a gun that they sell for $800 or now $1,000. It was just, it was just like, I don't want to do that. You're rolling back. I remember, maybe the front grip there's a reason for it and stuff, but I mean, it was hard to continue to try to pick them up and stuff. I mean, I have an LV1 sitting on a shelf over here that I ended up selling to my dad. And just now it's on my shelf. Uh, and yeah, I just started to steer away from Planet Eclipse. The one good thing about them is they typically always held their value, but after when the 3.5 hit, it just kind of seemed like everything was typically the same. You just had small micro adjustments that, in my opinion, are just the removal of the AT pipe is obviously a good move, but I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and try to like crap on Planet Eclipse. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just letting you guys know where I come from. So, anyways, I used to shoot Planet Eclipse. Decided I don't want to do that anymore. I want something different. Something to be honest, I've always longed for. I've got one in a box up here. Uh, and I pulled the trigger on, asked the team, is this what we want to do? A lot of them, like all of them said yes. Every single person said yes. So I said, hell yeah. Asked for the sponsorship, was given the sponsorship. Um, I put my order in. Everybody else is still trying to get their money up before our first local event. So it's the shocker. You guys saw it, of course, if the reload video comes out before this, which I think it's going to, you guys will see it in that video. You guys have seen it in the video. But yeah, this one, I mean, I don't know if you can really see it, but it's the all gold one. I got the gold accent kits. Let's see here. I use NVIDIA Broadcast and like it's the worst. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I could just turn it off. Because you guys will see the background, but beautiful marker. I pair it with my gold back and my gloss red tip, making it really sick in my opinion. But yeah, I wanted something different, and I have always loved shockers. I have one up on my shelf here that is in pieces, but I want to rebuild it. I don't know if you can see it. Like, let's see if we can get this turned off real quick again. I think it's sick, in my opinion. But yeah, I fell in love with this as soon as it was released. When I don't remember amp SL RSX or something. When those were first released, I wanted one, but I kind of held off because I just did. And at the time, was sponsorship was Still Planet or not. We weren't even sponsored. To be honest with you, it wasn't even a sponsorship. It was just we we used Planet Eclipse. But so I never picked one up. But when the Era was announced, and I went to the World Cup booth, I fell in love with this because I don't know. A lot of people are saying that the color looks crappy, or sorry, the milling looks crappy. Uh, I don't agree. I know it's blurring out and stuff, but I think it's gorgeous. It reminds me of the Shucks. I don't know if a lot of people remember the Shucks, but somebody had taken a shocker upper and a DLX Lux frame, and milled out the inside to fit each other, kind of like what people used to do with like Shigos and stuff. But yeah, it reminds me of the Shucks, and I have always wanted the Shucks. It was blue, I think it was, like a baby blue. But I always wanted a Shucks, and when this was announced, it immediately reminded me of it. Like, I went to the World Cup booth. They were, the sales guy was trying to do the sales pitch, but he didn't need to. I already bought in. I was already there, man. But yeah, this gun is gorgeous. I think it's absolutely beautiful, especially with the gold gold barrel. I mean, I know you guys can't really see it, but gold back, red front. Of course, it does come with the gold tip, and in this lighting, it's just super hard to tell because it shines like crazy. It's all matte, of course, but I want to get a red trigger for it so bad. Just waiting for somebody to buy an accent kit and see if they want to trade my black trigger for their red, which obviously they won't because the accents come black standard. But anyways, so yeah, super stoked about this thing. I kind of do wish we had the sling, not the sling, the triggers that kind of like come down and then out and then back in like the old, like the LV1 triggers. Um, it's just what I'm used to personally. There are my like I love this gun through and through. I've already used it in practice and everything. Um, I love it through and through. There's the triggers amazing. Like I used a 170R before this and sold it because the trigger there was like no spring return on it. It just felt like it was just always super loose. Like if I were to shake the gun, the trigger would just go on its own. It didn't, but it felt like it would. Um, and that just made me just not like the 170R. It just made me, to be honest, it made me hate it. So I sold it. I actually put a mech kit on it and just ran only mech. I went to a big scenario, a local scenario, and just rocked the mech frame on it because I did not like the trigger, and it was fun. That's what I'm going to be doing with this too. But the if I could like give not a gripe, but like one thing about the era, um, like constructive criticism. Sorry again, if you hadn't seen my like video, my getting better at paintball video, I have aphasia, so it's hard to articulate what I'm trying to say in my head, and it's hard to get words out. And I have to sometimes I have to like substitute words with other words and then try to get back to it because I can't use the word for whatever reason. Well, the reason's aphasia, but so I apologize if I'm like little. It sounds like my speech is scattered. All right, so I apologize for that. Please be patient with me. But anyways, what I was going to say, if there is one thing I could do constructive criticism about on it, is that I love this trigger. Like, don't get me wrong. I love this trigger. It is snappy. It is awesome. I have again, I have used Bob Longs. The Bob Longs triggers felt because they didn't have magnet returns. They had the springs, so it didn't have that snapback. And personally, I'm used to LV1s or egos, and the magnetic return is just so it fires back almost instantly. The magnet and the shocker era is up here, and it doesn't feel like it gives me that snapback. No matter how hard I adjust it, and I crank this thing each way to give me a very snappy trigger feel, and it doesn't give me that whatsoever. Now, not as strong as I would like it to be. It still has that super snapback. I mean, I just personally I like a strong snapback. So I mean, I'm not gonna give this up. No way. No way, Jose. This is my do or die gun. I'm never selling this. This is it. Because I just love it. I love it that much. For background. One of the biggest reasons why I go with Planet Eclipse for such a long time is reliability. I like reliability first and foremost, and efficiency. I don't care if your shot is soft. I don't care if it kicks backwards or upwards. I don't care. I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm strong enough to hold a gun right where I need it to and shoot it. I've been playing for so long. I always cared about efficiency. The efficiency tests come back with the shocker, and it comes back for like 12 to 15 pods. And the reliability on it seemingly seems far better than what it's ever been. And I mean, I immediately bought in. I'm not going to buy a gun that's just going to go down on me. I'm just I can't foresee myself doing it. If it does go down on me, I know that there's going to be some great techs at DLX and Smart Parts Another reason why I bought into the reliability is just because a lot of my teammates already shoot TM40s. A lot of people where I'm at shoot TM40s and Luxes. Um, More and more teams have been dropping their sponsors and going with Lux and DLX. Um, MO Kings, sorry, not MO Kings, Joy Division, my all-time favorite paintball team of all time. Um, just switched from MacDev to DLX and Smart Parts. So I don't know. I feel like that's got to tell you something. I know Mutiny, like I love the guys on Mutiny, um, and they switched to MacDev, which is kind of an odd one. But like, if I'm not mistaken, KC All Stars they switched from MacDev, went to DLX and Smart Parts. Um, I know the Bears. It looks like from all their posts and stuff, the Bears look like they went to Planet Eclipse. I already covered Mutiny. Oh, RCC Dogs. I love RCC Dogs. Um, I wish they had better looking jerseys for some reason. Like, I think it was World Cup. They had like white out jerseys and even their logos and stuff were all white, which is, there's probably a reason behind it, but I always loved RCC Dogs. And they shoot Lux. I mean, lots of teams are shooting Lux and like there's a reason behind it. So jumped on the wagon. Don't get me wrong, I've always loved DLX and stuff. It's just I could never pull the trigger on it until just recently. So yeah, shocker. Love this thing. This is finally like my to die with gun. Um, Even if our team or if I join a team that has a different sponsor, still never getting rid of this. This is it. This bad boy right here. Well, I love it. So yeah, you guys made an awesome product with the shocker. Can't wait to see what it's like down the line. Hopefully, like I said, reliability is still there. I'm sure it will be. Um, but yeah, that's the shocker. If you guys have questions or anything about it, just ask me. I'm more than happy to like give an in-depth review. I'm kind of just giving you a skim over and stuff. There's like something to me that when I first got the marker, I didn't really like, but I'm not gonna like talk on it because it's a very, very niche. And it's just not worth saying. It's really not. It's not because I'm sponsored or anything like that. I would have bought this gun if I wasn't sponsored. That's how much I like it. Anyway, it would still be here right in front of me. Um, and when we applied for the sponsorship, I thought we weren't going to get it, so I put the money aside to buy it. But thankfully, we have an awesome company backing us up. So yeah, just can't wait for that red trigger to come out. And maybe, like I said, is it a sling trigger? I mean, I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, it's like the old LV1 that kind of comes out like a little hump at the bottom so that your middle finger when you walk the trigger kind of like doesn't have to go far back, but the top has to kind of go far back. Like this part right here kind of bumps out. Anyways, we got to get to the next topic, I think. So, brackets. NXL Las Vegas. I have it up. Is it right here? Yeah. So, before the stream, or not the stream, sorry, before this recording, because I'm using OBS. Before this recording, I got this up and everything for us so that we could go over it. Hopefully you guys can see it and everything up here and like it's not too small. But yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Hopefully it's good. But what do we think? What do we think about the new teams, I guess, essentially? This is going to squeak like crazy, so I apologize. Sorry, I was taking off the barrel. So what do we feel about the new teams? Man, so in bracket A, we have Dynasty, X Factor, Russian Legion, or Red Legion, whatever you want to say, Diesel, Blast Camp. Bracket B, we have Damage, Infamous, Hurricanes, Notorious, Ironman. Bracket C, we have Heat, Revo, ML Kings, Uprising, Fit. And D, we have Impact, Extreme, Aftermath, Bears, and Aftershock. What are we thinking? I love the return of Aftershock. I really do. I'm a little worried because it seems like the 2020 or 2021, I can't remember, Iron Man lineup. And they were kind of on a roll. They kind of were. I love Aftershock. Again, if you guys watched the last one, I love all pro teams. I do. There's a reason why we all watch this sport. Then again, we do have our favorites. I understand. Hold on. Let me turn this light around. God dang. All right. Not so shiny. But kind of being realistic, where do we sit? You know, I voiced my concerns about like new teams coming in, and we don't really have like we don't have like not necessarily reasons to like them or support them, but it's like I don't know. It's like it's a weird aspect when VCK became a pro team. It was weird. I was like, oh, VCK, never heard of these guys. They never really placed well. I don't remember them placing well. And then they were out. They were gone. And it was like, oh frick. Okay. Um T1 Top Gun Union. They kind of came in, same thing, and then they're gone. I know a lot of those plays are still around and on other teams. I personally never followed it, so I don't know who was on that team. Vicious was around forever. If they were to ever make a comeback, immediately people would be like, "Oh, Vicious, freaking immediate supporters." But and like PC Katana, I literally have pictures. Let me see if I can bring these up. Let me see if I can bring these up without like giving my info away, right? I have pictures of not only playing against them. I should have thought about this earlier. Not only playing against them, but refing them. Um, and it's kind of like a here we are right here. It was such a crazy like I don't know. It's like a crazy uh idea that somebody in a team that I went against and I knew made it to the pro leagues and like I was an immediate supporter. So how do I do this without like giving my information away? Let's try this. There we go. So let's not do that. Let's do like um let's see like one. So like because I'm always gonna get the photographer in there. So that's me in the EPS lime bottoms and teal frames with my NXC pants that I have shown you multiple times before. Um, and there's PC Katana. I don't know the player. I apologize. But like if you, I don't know how to zoom. But like if you get in on this shirt, this jersey, can you like expand it? So yeah, PC, PC Katana. Like there's the A, the N, but yeah, it's just a crazy idea, isn't it? Like, or not idea, but like it's just like a crazy experience that a team that you used to ref and go against and stuff and played divisionally, um, just like blew up and made it to the pros. But like I was saying, I was an immediate supporter of them, but I didn't really know where VCK and them came from. But as for like Paintball Fit and Blast Camp, like I know they're like fairly new. Austin Notorious, they're like I can't remember if they're I don't know if they're like DMG. I can't remember if Notorious ever made it to the pros because I always get them mixed up with TMG, Outlaws. But like DMG, Sacramento, I think it's Sacramento DMG. They're like in and out of the pro leagues all the time. All the time they're in and out. So it's hard for me to ever be like, oh, sweet, DMG's back in. But yeah, so Blast Camp and Paintball Fit, it's a new year as a pro. The the level of intensity and field awareness and skill is on an exponential level than semi-pro, in my opinion. Um, so maybe not this season. Maybe they'll make it to Sunday this season, but maybe I don't. I don't really think there's going to be any podium spots. Not because I don't like them or anything like that. I'm just being realistic, right? Um, the Jets aren't going to win a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being realistic. But yeah. So I'm not saying Paintball Fit and Blast Camp are like that though. But anyways, Iron Man. I think they crapped the bed when they got rid of, like I said, Sloviak. Um, there's a few other good players, but like, when are they going to realize like this might be a hot take, and it might boil some blood, but like, when are they going to realize like Paxson and Shane Pastana is just not the move? You know, I get it. I get it. They're like seasoned veterans that played 20 years ago and they used to win. Kind of like Todd Adamson, you know, and used to win. But like, the game has changed and is the mentality like, yeah, maybe the mentality's there. But like, if you guys watched that recent video of like the Ironman practice, they were giving the Ironman stickers. Like they were kids in like kindergarten. Like, oh, you did good today. That's like, how do you even? You're a you're a professional. Maybe this is their club that they run, but like, you're a professional paintball team, and you're giving people smiley face, you know, mediocre faces or sad faces, and like you were. I'm pretty sure what Shane Pastana said was we are watching them. They don't know what they're doing wrong, but we're just letting them know like there's something going wrong. Like, I'm pretty sure Dynasty, Damage, Heat, Impact, X Factor, Infamous, Revo, you know, NYX, possibly all 19 other teams are not doing a system like that. And that just seems like out of touch. It just seems so out of touch. And maybe it'll work. Who knows? I'm not in their camp. I can't tell you. I'm not the one doing it. But like, I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, I wish I could like look up some. Maybe I can. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm not trying to put somebody on blast or anything like that. Um, but I want to make a point of something. Okay. And I'm not again, I'm not trying to like crap on somebody and like piss somebody off, right? So the last time Mike Paxson took a podium, February 3rd to 5th, Sunshine Classic, first out of 24 on Chicago Aftershock. That was the ICPL. Okay. He took third of 6 on Chicago Aftershock in the ICPL. He took first with Chicago Aftershock in the ICPL. The Florida Open with Chicago Aftershock in the ICPL. But as for Ironman, in the last time, 2017, they took fourth. World Cup 2017, they took sixth. Before that, in 2015, he took fifth. And PSP World Cup 2014, he took fourth. 2014, he took fifth, fourth. PSP World Cup 2013, took fourth. 2013, he took fourth in the MAO. 2012. So over 10 years, not counting ICPL, over 10 years in the PSP, he's not taken podium. And that's your coach. Or at least maybe one of them. Shane Pastana, he was on Chicago Aftershock for the Golden State Classic. They got second out of third. So he was a staff in the NXL Golden State Open for the Ironman in 2022 and took second of 13. So Shane has a tad bit of credential on that. Before that, though, like, again, he closest place was fourth in 2014. Fourth in 2014. And this is being a player. And that's right, he did come over from San Jose Royalty. He was part of San Jose Royalty. I don't know if I said that before, but they merged with San Jose Royalty merged with Ironman. But even then, like 2013 to 2018, like he took World Cup first place in 2008. Sorry, 2018. I meant to say 2008. 2013 to 2008, he took first place. He was a staff. So like he was a staff member of LA Ironman beforehand. But to keep them and to implement this sticker idea, like it's just got to be like a spit in the face to professional players. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't know. If you guys want to go see those, all you have to do is just click on Ironman, go to their roster, click on the name Mike or Shane, and you can go through it all. Again, I'm not trying to crap on anybody. I'm just like giving an outside perspective of somebody who's been watching since 2007. So, yeah, maybe I took a break between like 2016, 2017, maybe, I think it was there, 2015, 2016. But other than that, I've been watching not religiously, but close to. But, they're not seeing results. It might be a coaching situation. I mean, you might want to get a different coach in there. Yeah, you did have Hinman in there. You did have Todd Martinez. And those were probably issues. Let's see. Like, let me see here. We're gonna click on Heat real quick. I know Todd's on Shock right now. Frick. That's not what I'm trying to do. Todd. Does this go in like ABC order or something? I think it does. It looks like it's going in. Scroll down. Todd Martinez. So Todd went second with Houston Heat, fourth with Houston Heat, second with Houston Heat, third with Houston Heat, fourth with Houston Heat, sixth, second, third, sixth, fifth. But first with the Ironman in 2020. In 2020, him along with Shane Pastana seemingly took first place in the NXL Las Vegas Open. Other than that, yeah, 14th with Ironman, 8th with Ironman, 10th with Ironman, 7th with Ironman. I mean, Todd was with Ironman for such a long time. He was also the coach of Vicious beforehand. In Infamous. So like there's results with like Todd, right? There I don't want to do this like badly, but we're gonna do this, I guess. Hold on. As soon as this loads up. Okay, ASG Aftermath members. What was his name? Marcelo played with, oh yeah, in 2009. Mark Crescent. Dude, Mark, you gotta update that photo. That was me, not you. Oh wow, what? Is this like a new thing? Staff, okay. Here we are. So Mike Hinman. Let's do Mike Hinman, right? Last time he took podium, he was close in 2022 with fourth with Aftermath. Again, 2021 he was close with fourth with Aftermath. World Cup in 2013, Ironman. 6th of 20, Ironman. 4th of 20, Ironman. 6th of 15, Ironman. And those were 2013. He was with Dynasty in 2012, 3rd of 12, 3rd of 12, 2nd of 10, 2nd of 10, 1st of 10 in 2011. So like 2012, over 10 years ago, was the last time Mike Hinman took podium. I don't know. It's like, I feel like these are kind of not the place, not the place for coaches. It just seems to be tried and true every single time. No matter what camp they kind of go to. I'm not talking about Todd Martinez, by the way. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about like Paxson, Shane Pastana. Maybe it might be a coaching situation for Ironman, and that's why they've been so low on the totem pole. I'm not a professional player, unfortunately, but I'm not a professional player. So like, they see things that I obviously don't see. They're in situations that I'm obviously not in. You can say as you want, but I mean the results are there. They're not lying. The numbers are there and they're not lying. So it's just weird. I don't know. I feel like you just gotta get fresh minds in there. Houston Heat picked up Ryan Smith, right? And we're gonna. Oh, I have it turned off. I know I'm kind of getting like off on a small tangent, but I feel like it's necessary. I didn't mean to do that. So let's go back one. So like Ryan Smith, I could be wrong, but I think it's Ryan Smith. Anyways, Yeah. So I apologize. But the new coach that they got, again, I thought it was Ryan. Yeah, it is Ryan Smith. Sorry, I was looking in the staff. He was part of the team. But they picked up Ryan Smith. He used to be a player. I think he's coach now. But I mean, he took them to first place in the Mid Atlantic MAO. He took them to third in World Cup 2021, 2022 MAO, second, third World Cup 2022, 2023 second. I mean, he's got good results. Dynasty, of course, obviously doing great with their coaches. Damage doing great. I think if with Joey Blue, if he's still the coach and everything, Impact with their coaches, I can't remember. Is it still Dave? Is it still Dave? I'm not gonna keep looking. God, let's make the podcast so long. But X Factor and all them. But like, yeah, I feel like they have fresh eyes and they're able to adjust and make it work. And again, for some reason, I, I'm going to say it. I think Ironman are going to be on the very bottom. I think they're going to be dead last again. I think that's just how it's going to go. They're going to get beat out by Paintball Fit and Blast Camp. Although Paintball Fit and Blast Camp are brand new, I think that they're still going to be last. I could be totally wrong, but I just feel like with the play, I'm not. This is not against the players either. This is not a player ordeal. I just think there needs to be instead of kicking all of your players out that need to meld together and mesh and grow, maybe change out the just what because they have a legacy because they have history with the team. I don't know. I think you swap that out. I think, and I also think personally, if they take dead last at this major, they have to be relegated. They really have to be relegated. I mean, that's just how it is. If you get beat out by two teams that just came into the pro league, you have to get relegated. Not because I don't like them or anything like that. Again, I love all pro teams, but and I'm not trying to wish for bad blood or something like that. I'm just, as someone who's analyzed and spectated the sport for so long, this is just my opinion, right? Hate me for it if you will. But with being just not performing, again, this is not against the players either. It's just the way it is. Like if no matter who it was, even if it was Dynasty at the very bottom, in every single match or every single major and stuff, they would have to get relegated. If it was Revo, they should get relegated. If it was Legion, they'd have to get relegated. It's, just in general. But so yeah, I think it's going to be like dead last might be Ironman, followed by Blast Camp and Paintball Fit. I think they got to get their toes wet and get ready because it's going to be nerve wracking. It's going to be 100% nerve wracking. They're going to have to find out, what to do, what works, how quickly these veteran and senior pros play the game. I'm sure they get it in practice, but just, yeah, I feel like they're going to go last. My next bet, I love Aftershock so much. A lot of people there's that drama between Chad Boucher and I'm not touching on that because that's not me. That's not my crap. But him and Mark think that Chicago is going to be in the lower tiers. For the most part, Chicago used to be, right? Like in all legitimacy in PSP and stuff, they would perform decent. They were like the middle of the pack team. But I don't know, man. it's just like it's like another. I know it's an amalgamation of like pros, obviously, that have played together and stuff. Um, and Todd Adamson is running a tight camp. I mean, he's going all in on it, so I don't think he's pulling punches. Um, but he's also not putting stickers on players' masks. But it's just I don't know. I want them to do good. I want them to do better. It's like the hype is real on Aftershock right now, and maybe I don't know. Aftermath, when they were a brand new team, they performed freaking crazy good. They were great. So I have that expectation. I have that expectation personally. So to be honest, I don't think I don't know how Notorious is 15th. Maybe they're actually good. I don't watch them. I don't watch them perform. I don't watch practices. I don't watch them do really anything. I don't watch their matches either. But I feel like it'll be like something like Iron Man, Paintball Fit. Sorry, if we're doing actual order, then it'll be like Iron Man, Blast Camp, Paintball Fit, Notorious, Brooklyn Bears, Aftershock, maybe. Uprising. ML Kings. Diesel, Aftermath, Hurricanes. I know Red Legion got J-Rab, but I would say NYX, Red Legion, Infamous, Revo, Impact, X Factor, Houston Heat, Damage, Dynasty. That's what I would say. Damage, for the most part, their lineups don't really change. Um, and they perform just solid. I don't know if it was funny. I remember like one year at World Cup, I think it was like 2011 or 2012. Uh, I was on the sidelines, and this was when they allowed sideline coaching, and I was screaming for the Damaged Snake player. I can't remember who they were going against. I think it was Impact. I can't really remember. But like I remember sitting there screaming to him on the sidelines, like, he's looking inside, when like trying to help him win the point and stuff like that. Um, but yeah. uh, um, yeah, I think that's just where it's gonna go. I don't have any hate or animosity to any of the pro teams, players, nothing like that. Mike Paxson probably doesn't remember this, but like back in the day, I refed a um oh man, he used to be the all girls team Destiny. He used to be the coach for Destiny, and I called one of his players out for a hit on the mask. It was like right above the head, and it like flew off, but it broke. And he was pissed I pulled his player out, and um he was pissed I pulled his player out, and the guy like he wanted like a trade, but it was like opposites. It was two towers, and I ran across the field, pulled his player out because I saw the hit, and he was like, it was a trade, like across the field trade. And I checked the guy up and down. I was like, nah, he's good. And he was so pissed, screaming and hollering, "Oh my God, Rev, you suck. You suck. You call yourself a ref. You need to get off the, you know, all that bull crap." But like, I just remember like that's one interaction with him I had. It was just funny. It was just funny to me. But um, yeah, this is just how I kind of see it. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. There's so many random things that have happened in the off season that I want to say it's hard, but for the most part, I don't feel like things will change. I feel like we will still have our powerhouses. Now, quite genuinely, when it comes to like dynasty damage, heat, and like X Factor, I really don't know who's gonna win. Quite genuinely. Like I love Impact and everything. They had a huge streak going on for the longest time, just like how Dynasty is. But and they're fourth in the bracket for a reason. But I don't know, like Dynasty Damage, Heat, and X Factor are just always freaking solid, right? Impact is very solid too. They're freaking solid as well. But I don't know, just something about those four teams, Dynasty, Damage, Heat, and X Factor, is like I feel like they're always sorry. I feel like they're always Sunday contenders. Revo, um, of course, Infamous, Revo, and Impact. I feel like those are your all of them. Sixth, you know, Revo, Infamous, X Factor, Impact, Heat, Damage, Dynasty. Those are your Sunday contenders all the time. And there's a reason they're extremely strong teams. So it's just going to be very interesting to see. But yeah, I don't want to go over off-season changes because I did that in the last. I did that in the last episode, but I wanted to go over like this bracketing system just to and get other people's takes. Like, what do you think is going to happen? How do you feel about it? Like, it's hard to see like it's really hard to see like Brooklyn Bears, especially like joining up two other teams. Like first it was Brooklyn Bears and then Thunder, and now it's Brooklyn Bears, Thunder, because I still view Thunder as a team for some reason. But Brooklyn Bears, Thunder, and Energy, like it's just a weird amalgamation. You got so many people on the roster that want a shot to play. Just anything can happen. AC Diesel, I mean, I don't know. It's weird with AC Diesel. They were always like I always thought Diesel was hard, like in a good way, like a hard hitting team. But I don't know. It seems like they kind of fell off a little bit. Hurricanes, I mean, they had a great, pro showing. Um, so again, it's not like Paintball Fit or Blast Camp won't have a good showing, and it's not like Aftershock won't have a good showing. But I hope I hope we get some rough and tumble. Not like any fighting or nothing like that. But I hope we see some like just good paintball matches. We're getting like crazy snakes now, so that's kind of sucks. It seems like all you're doing nowadays anymore is like head hunting, and it doesn't really come down to skill. It does come down to skill, but like it also doesn't because back in the day, of course, because it's back in the day. You were I know you're shooting like 12.5, but like the gaps to get into the next bunker were so wide that like skill came into it, like gun battling, field awareness and stuff. Now it kind of it's just like field awareness and like your snake player has to be good at gun battling and so forth. Again, just my take. I could be totally wrong. I'm not a pro player, but yeah. Yeah, I think that'll do it for this episode of the podcast. I've not invited any like pro players or coaches or anything like that onto the podcast or anything. And I don't think I have the ability to do so. If there's like a pro player that would like to talk, if you have like any talking points that you would like to go over and talk about and stuff like that, especially even after the Vegas major, if you'd like to just like talk about how it went down, your perspective, how you felt in certain things, yeah, let's totally do it. Personally, I'm an introverted person, so it's hard for me to kind of communicate face to face. But like, if I know who it is, I can hold a great interview. So there's that. But other than that, yeah, that'll call it for this podcast episode. I hope everyone appreciates. Um, Shocker family, shoot Shocker, shoot DLX, shoot Smart Parts. um, and stay tuned for the next Getting Better at Paintball. So I'll catch you guys later and see you in the next one.